Hello riders, in last year I have received a lot of questions about my camera gear. What exactly I have, what brand, what model, how it's set on the helmet and many more. In this video I'm gonna explain with more details what exactly I have. Stay with me. When you're riding a motorcycle, sooner or later you will start to think about cameras. Cameras to record your journeys, your trips, your action activities or whatever you have. Actually, I've got this channel from 2008, but at that time I was riding mostly dirt bikes and in the forest, and I was recording some of our activities with me and my friends, and of course I was uploading everything on YouTube. But at that moment the cameras were not that good, the quality was terrible, and something like HD, forget about it. And I kept it until 2 years ago when I decided to work more seriously with the channel, as you already know. But because of the quality of these videos, as I told you, was terrible, I just deleted them all. Okay, and then the first camera I bought, more serious camera, was actually this Contour RAW. It's a very old camera, as you can see, and I started to record videos with this camera, and I recorded some of my trips with it, like Norway and Central Asia and stuff like that. And I didn't know anything about YouTube, about subscriber base and watch time and advertisement and stuff like that. And until I get it, I already got more than 2,000 subscribers. I didn't know that the subscribers exist or something like that. I was recording everything just with this single camera. In the later stage I realized that if I want to grow up in YouTube, I will need a better microphone. And then I modified this camera, as you can see, or maybe you cannot, but I designed this 3.5mm plug to be able to plug a microphone. What exactly I did, I just opened the camera, cut the existing microphone and connect this line with the existing microphone to be possible to use a mic in my helmet. So detailed video how to do it I don't have, but you can find in YouTube, I'm sure about it. In a later stage I upgraded with Contour 2 and Contour 3. This is actually Contour 3. Again, I always modified the microphone to be possible to use it with my helmet and to record my journeys. But what it happens, actually this company Contour bankrupt, so you cannot find any more new models, only second-hand from eBay or from Amazon, whatever. So it became obvious that I will not be able to keep filming with my Contour camera. It doesn't matter how much I love it. So I decided to switch to GoPro. I never really liked GoPro because of the nasty look they've got, like a big square mount here or on the top. It's just look terrible. But I have no chance. So I started to think about a small GoPro camera, and I bought this GoPro Session 4. As you can see, it's a very small little camera, absolutely perfect, with a really good video quality and stuff like that, a lot of functions, nice with the battery and so on and so on. But the problem was how I'm gonna mount it on my helmet. And these small cameras are nice, GoPro cameras are nice, but very difficult to operate because you cannot really actually see where is the switch to switch it. And when you switch it, you're never sure is it on or off. You don't know. You have to use the app on the telephone, which is not always possible for me, especially if you ride off-road or bumpy roads. You might lose your telephone or whatever, and also the battery life is very short when you use the app. So I will start to thinking about some kind of additional mounting system, and finally I came to this solution. I'm gonna show you what I mean now. So I bought many of these small, they have thousands of different variations in the GoPro shops. So I finished with this one. I'm gonna show you now what exactly I mean. Just a second. Okay, so I designed this small, all of these angles and arms and whatever, and mounted here on my helmet on the side. And because it is in front of my eyes, I was able to turn it on like this and turn it off when necessary. So I can even see it, and so I can operate with it a little bit more easier. All of this was fine, and the reason I want to mount it here in front is first because I want to touch it and operate with it, and the second reason is because I don't want to see part of my helmet in the video frame. So everything was fine, it was working great, but this small GoPro Session 4 hasn't got microphone plug. The microphone it has, inbuilt microphone, it's terrible. Once you start riding, you heard nothing, absolutely nothing, just noise. And also the sound, the audio of this camera is mono, so which is mean it's terrible when you have to mix it, this mono and stereo video materials in your the material. It became very difficult to control all of that stuff. So okay, then I made a deep research and found that GoPro Session 5 have got a microphone plug. What they actually have got, it's a small door here. When you open this small door, it has here a big plug in which one you have to connect a special adapter which cost about almost $60, and then you can connect it to your microphone. Okay, let me switch the cameras now and I'm gonna explain you what I mean. So at the beginning I was planning to use the GoPro Hero 5, which one I bought in the later stage, and I use actually this GoPro to film all of my videos now. It doesn't matter static or just the last few video reviews of the motorcycle I shot with this camera. So the idea was to mount this GoPro here. Again, I used the existing GoPro mounting system here, and I made this just like this. But as you can see, it's a huge camera. It's a lot of weight here on the right hand side, and it's actually stopping the wind. The battery life is very short, and the worst of everything is that you cannot use it without this adapter. And look at now how big is the adapter. Look at how big is the camera and how big is the adapter. So what I actually did, I mount another one plug here to be possible to attach the adapter, then connect it to the camera, and from here I connected the microphone to the adapter. And all of this in the name of good video and good audio. Okay, that's fine, but when I realized that it's too big for here, I decided to buy a GoPro Session 5, the one I already told you. So with Session 5 was the same system, like this, with the microphone plugged here, and everything was fine. The video quality was great and the audio was great. But what I realized that it is when you start recording, I don't know, maybe I made something wrong, maybe the GoPro is wrong, but anyway, when you press the button and start to record, the first video is excellent. Audio, everything is on perfect. But when I stop it and turn it on again after a couple of seconds, on the second video I don't have audio. I don't know what is the reason, but as you know guys, I always record my videos, and I'm able to record such a long videos because I press the button only when I need it for a couple of seconds and then off, on off. In the whole day I'm gonna have probably about 1 hour video instead of having video all the time, because this is the only way to keep the video materials I've got and saving storage space. When I use this camera through GoPro app on my telephone and press the button, record, audio was fine. Stop, second video, audio was fine. Third video, audio was fine. But when I used only this fast button or switch on, switch off button, the first video was with audio, the second without. I don't know what is the reason. When the camera is on standby, it works well. When it's not, it doesn't work well. So I said maybe something wrong with this camera. So I removed this and tried it again with a Hero 5. The same story. When you press the button first time on the first video, audio is clear, absolutely perfect. On the second video, no audio. So I didn't know what is the reason, and because when I'm recording all of my videos on this camera, audio is always there, but when I record the videos, the camera is always on standby. So I start with standby, press, for example, record a couple of minutes or seconds, and off. And the camera is still on standby. Record and off. camera is still on standby, but when it's still on standby it uses a lot of battery. But there is another function. When you turn off the camera, for example, you have another function. Just press the button, it starts to record immediately, which is good, and which is the way I'm gonna use it when I ride my motorcycle, because it cannot stay all day. But when you stop, it's turn off the camera, which is good, excellent, save the battery. But the second time when I started, okay, it starts, but on the second video no audio. So this was the reason to start thinking actually about another solution. And this is how I came to idea to buy this Contour Plus 2, because Contour Plus 2 is the only camera which one have got microphone. So as you can see, this one they don't have. On this one I made it, but on Contour Plus 2 it has. Let me switch the cameras, I'm gonna show you what I mean. So guys, as I said, I find out that this Contour Plus 2 camera got actually original microphone. You can see it here on the bottom, you can see the plug. So you can actually plug a microphone here, and you have direct audio straight on from the source. You don't need additional stuff like recording machines or telephones or whatever. You have direct audio in your camera, exactly what I did with the previous model, but I don't need to do it because it is already there. The reason I'm changing it, because with this one, as you can see, I did this modification and it worked fine most of the time, but sometimes it just disappear, a cracking noise like or nothing at all. And I'm guessing that because of many years of use and it is not waterproof, some connections are compromised and it doesn't work well. So as I said, I did everything what is possible to do to switch to different cameras with GoPro, but as I said guys, GoPro, it doesn't work well for me. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't want to blame GoPro, but at the end I finished with this Contour. So you already know, I asked in the channel, in Facebook page, and many people respond, and thanks to them I was able to find this camera. Actually I found two and bought it now. And now I have direct microphone. Also, this Contour Plus coming with a waterproof case. So one of the reasons of looking on another solution like this Session camera was because it is waterproof. So when it starts raining, I need to remove my camera and I cannot record anything. But when I bought this, they've got also this waterproof case. So you can put it in, close it, and it's absolutely waterproof up to 60 meters, which is absolutely great. So and again, you can attach this to the helmet, and this is the main point I used to switch to Contour cameras, because the mounting system is so useful, I mount here, even, you know, I designed this handmade plate here. You see how it is to move a camera about maybe 2 centimeters away from the helmet to avoid the part of the helmet to be in the frame. I already told you, but they've got these universal points, very useful. You can attach the camera very easy, just like this, and then connect the microphone on the bottom, and I'm ready to go. And look at now how simple is the set. It's very simple. It is not that noticeable like GoPro. And the biggest plus of everything is easy to operate. Look at now, with one click and I am on. I can even hear it when it's on. And also the rotating lens on the front, it's absolutely perfect, because you can control the angle of the camera. One more click and you're off. That's it. And I have video material and the audio material I need right from this camera. Very, very simple. If for any case I have to remove the camera fast, I will just unplug this and remove it. I can make it even while I'm riding, which is not the case when you have a GoPro, for example. Sometimes maybe you'll see police and or border and you need to remove the camera. If you have GoPro, you have to stop, you have to remove your helmet, use all of these screws, and it's a very, very heavy procedure. And that's why I choose this. Of course, I've got a microphone plugged inside and mounted inside of my helmet. I cannot really show you what it is because the light is not good enough, but there is a problem, of course. It's never perfect. So this camera and this microphone here, as I said, it's perfect, but again, the audio coming out on mono signal, which was another one problem I have to solve. But you know, a friend of mine told me there is no problems, only solutions. So I made my deep research in internet, and I found out that I can use a simple jack like this and transfer the mono signal up to stereo signal. And this is exactly what I did. I bought two small jacks like this, or plugs like this, I don't know what exactly is the name. So this is the first one, and the second is mounted already here on my helmet. They're very simple and cost just a couple of dollars and very cheap. And now the signal coming from the camera mono, but this adapter, actually this adapter transfers it to stereo and go and record on camera on stereo, which is absolutely fine. So with all of this, the system is already set. Now let's talk about quality. We cannot compare the quality of Contour to the quality of GoPro Session, or even worse, GoPro Hero 5. So I will confess, GoPro got the best quality at the moment, the best features, the best price, of course, and everything is the best. Quality of Contour is decent. So I can shoot now at the moment on 1080p on 30 frames per second. 30 frames per second is maximum. On GoPro Hero 5, for example, I can shoot up to 240 frames per second. I can shoot 4K or whatever, but from the practical point of view, it is useless. It is useless. It's very good to make videos like this now at the moment because it stays on the tripod, cables are on, everything is perfect. It's great to shoot around the cities, as the videos I made now in my last trip around the Balkans. GoPro is fine, absolutely great. It has a visor on the rear side. I can see what I shoot, I can check at the moment, all features absolutely great. But for helmet camera, terrible. So I decided to make this compromise, to have a low quality but better functionality, if you understand what I mean. So for me it's much more important to be able to catch, to record every moment I've got right when I need it, just with a simple click like this. Off. That's it. I am even able to touch it just like this and to know, okay, I'm recording or I'm not recording, even if I'm not hearing, because when you're riding fast you cannot hear actually the beep. So this, guys, is basically pretty much everything I'm gonna carry with me now on my trip to Ireland and Scotland. It will be Contour camera, actually two Contour cameras. You can see this is number one. I'm gonna have another one which will be just like a backup if something happens with this camera, because it's second hand, it might stop at every moment, so I never know, just to be sure. And then I'm gonna have a Hero 5, the one I record at the moment, and I'm gonna have this Hero Sessions. Of course, I'm gonna use this Hero Session mostly to shot myself while I'm riding, or shot the front wheel or back wheel or something small, whatever, just like a additional camera to have additional different angles to become a little bit more better video. But on the part of that, I'm gonna have also my Sony point and shoot camera, very small, very useful. I have it from already, I don't know, maybe more than 5 years. It's worked absolutely perfect. By the way, I can make a really nice video with it, and I made it in few cases. But this is pretty much everything, and of course the waterproof case. So I just decided to make this video because I'm sure many of you are going over there and looking for different solutions, what kind of cameras, everybody looking on GoPro because they are the best and stuff like that. Just to give you an idea how easy it is to set everything and how cheap it is. So for 200 euros, the amount of one GoPro Session 5, I bought two Contours and all the cables I needed, everything. So all the links, of course, of all of these gears I will have in the description below, in the case you want to go to my Amazon shop and buy it. Of course, I'm gonna earn small commissions if you do it. But this is pretty much everything, guys. I hope this information will be useful for some of you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. By the way, from the moment you're watching this video, I will be probably already in Zofingen, Switzerland. See you next time. Ciao.